What is up, future millionaires? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we'll be going over how to start your business credit line in 3 days. All right. Now, I'm really excited about this because one of the biggest things I always spread to my audience, my community, is do not wait to build your business credit. You can actually get started super fast. So comment down below OPM. That stands for other people's money. Comment OPM down below because I really want you all to embrace leveraging capital and using funding as a great way to start and scale your business. So grab your notebook and your pen and let's get right into these gems.
Ellie talks money to create the better days. Business, money, life, the Ellie way.
Alrighty, so how to build your business credit profile in 3 days. Now, I want to mention that this is 3 days from the point you get your LLC back, okay? So you need to, number one, form your business entity. That is the first step you need to take. And in most states, it takes about 5 to 10 business days to actually get your LLC approved, okay? That is the first thing that you want to do. You'll do this by filing with your Secretary of State. So you can find that by going to Google and searching your state plus Secretary of State, and those first few websites that pop up are going to be exactly what you need. And so you can file your own LLC online with your state. Now, if you feel a little hesitant about doing it yourself, I recommend you hire a company called IncFile, I-N-C File, and you can absolutely have them form your LLC for you. Typically, they'll charge a little bit of an extra fee, but nothing crazy, maybe an extra $50 to $100 on top of the filing fee. And boom, then you're able to have someone that knows what they're doing to form. But honestly, if you want to do it yourself, you can. I've always formed all my own LLCs. The process is pretty straight and clear. You're going to input the business name, your name. You need to make sure that you set an address. I do not recommend you use your home address. You want to make sure you get either a registered agent or a virtual address and use that. And then from there, you wait for your LLC to be approved. Now, a couple quick things to consider. You want to make sure that your name isn't taken. So you can do a business name search in your state in advance to ensure that there aren't any other businesses that are using your exact same name and also in your exact same industry, because that could lead to your LLC getting denied if that name already exists elsewhere. So definitely do that due diligence first, and let's get that LLC. Now, moving into step 2, once you have your LLC, you want to get your EIN immediately. And this is something you can get within the same 15 minutes that you apply. So you're going to go to the irs.gov and apply for an EIN online. Now, once you are assigned that EIN, you will have the option to download a copy of your confirmation as a PDF. Highly recommend you do that. Save it to your computer, email it to yourself somewhere where you can find it later. You just are always going to need a copy of that. Some business loans are going to ask you for it. The bank might ask you for it when you go to open an account. And so you really want to make sure that you have that on hand. Now, the next thing you want to do to prepare your business credit profile is to get a merchant processor. So when I say merchant processor, this means a Square, a PayPal, a Stripe, what's another good one? Wise, Shopify is even a payment processor. Any place where you are able to receive payments online. Now, in order to have a payment processor, you're going to need to link this up with a business bank account. So that brings me to step 4, which is get your business bank account. Now that you have your LLC, your EIN, your address, and etc., you have what is necessary to get an account. If you have in the past had some challenges with certain banks and maybe you can't get approved at a traditional bank, you're able to work with a bank called North One Bank, which basically approves any and everyone and links directly with your payment processors. So it gives you the opportunity to have a bank account that you can use in congruence with Square, Shopify, Stripe, and etc., PayPal, so that you are able to have an account that can actually receive those payments that go through your payment processor. Outside of North One Bank, I would recommend Chase as a great business bank account, Navy Federal, or any other credit union. Novo is a great online business bank account, and you may also have some great smaller stateside accounts or banks in your state where you can open a business bank account. It's really key to build a relationship with different banks, because when it's time for you to get approvals, you can get money from your credit union. You can also get approved from Chase. You can also get approved from one of the smaller stateside banks that you work with. And so this just diversifies your opportunities to gain capital. So you have gotten your LLC, you've gotten your EIN, you've secured a payment processor, and you've secured a business bank account. You are literally now prepared for funding. And this took you approximately 3 days. Literally, those few things you're able to do all in one day: getting your EIN, getting your payment processor, and maybe even getting your business bank account, depending on if you make an appointment. Now, what I would recommend to you in order to speed up that process is, when you're waiting for your LLC, go ahead and contact some of the banks that you know you want to open an account with. Make an appointment, ask them what you're going to need in advance. That way, when you go there, they can open your account on site because you have everything that they require. And then you walk out of there with your account opened, a debit card, and maybe even a business credit card, depending on what they offer you when you first open it. So these are all the steps you can take to literally be prepared to get a business credit line in 3 days. Now, I want to give you guys another tip here. Once you have this all set up, you do want to make sure you go and get your DUNS number. Now, your DUNS number is what you're going to need to build business credit for the long term, because Dun & Bradstreet is one of the largest business credit reporting bureaus, and in order to have a score populate there, you do need to have a DUNS number. So I mentioned that at the end because DUNS numbers take about 30 days or so to get back to you, but you are able to start getting funding, start building your business credit, start this credit line in those 3 days that I mentioned, even without your DUNS number. So it is something that, even if you don't get it back for a couple weeks, you're still able to make moves with your business credit. You're still able to make things happen. Another thing I want to share is that the beautiful thing about having a payment processor is, once you start running your payments through that, so someone pays you for a service, someone pays you for the product, you are starting to build up history with those companies to then be able to qualify for their intercapital programs. So for example, if you have people pay you through PayPal for hair and lash services, after 2 to 3 months of those payments, now you're in position to qualify for PayPal Capital, which is their essentially line of credit program that has no PG, where you are able to gain funding from them based on the amount of transactions you have going through that processor. And all of this can start in just 3 days, okay? So comment down below what questions you have on this, and of course, I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.